Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today we have something very interesting to discuss, some new rumors pertaining to the upcoming next generation iPhone of this year, likely fall of 2016, again, presumably the iPhone 7. We're not going to be talking about its successor this time around, like we did in my last video. Nope, we're focused on the immediate next gen iPhone, the iPhone 7. So let's go ahead and get straight into this, because I know lately there have been a lot of new leaks and rumors circulating around the Apple blogosphere. Let's talk about the latest one in today's video. If you want to see the image or images I'm about to go over right now, then down below in the more info, as well as in your cards right now, there will be a link to a post on my website, jailbreakandhacks.com, that features not only this exact video, but also these images. So check that out, and you can of course resume this video right on that post. It's embedded there. So let's get straight into this. These images, or actually really just image, because this is a merger of the two, but in all honesty, it's really only this left image, because the right one merely just says iPhone and it's focused on the iPhone moniker. So really it's just the left one. They were posted on Weibo, which for those of you who don't know is a Chinese microblogging site. I've covered it a number of times in past videos. Some interesting news has actually come out of Weibo related to not only next-gen iDevices, but also jailbreak utilities. So this image here highlights what they're claiming is the next-gen iPhone 7. There are a couple of interesting things to note here, most notably the antenna bands, the lack of a smart connector toward the bottom, although it is kind of hard to see because it is definitely darker at the bottom. It looks like they took this image with the flash enabled, as well as the lacking dual camera lens. In fact, this actually looks like a step backwards from what we were hearing in rumors that the iPhone 7 would receive a flush camera lens with the back of the device. So kind of stepping away from that iPhone 6 and 6S protruding camera lens that we have here on the 6S Plus, and moving to a more streamlined one. Sorry if this is accurate. It looks like the iPhone 7 will again maintain that protruding camera lens, and of course the dual cutouts between the camera module as well as the LED flash module, which one Weibo forum poster suggests could actually be the adoption of laser autofocus in the iPhone, a feature that other top smartphone manufacturers have already been integrating into their devices for a while. In fact, LG was the first to add this feature in a flagship smartphone in 2014. At any rate, it would be kind of cool if the iPhone had it. But what we're going to talk about right now are the antenna bands, because these are kind of interesting. See, the antenna bands for the iPhone 7 were expected to be slimmed down slightly. However, what we have here is something else entirely. So previously, rumors suggested that we wouldn't have the antenna band that goes across the entire back of the device, while it would maintain the side ones as well as the ones that stretch across the top as well as bottom there. But as you can see here in this image, it suggests that instead it will just have the top antenna bands, and that it won't go all the way to the front of the device like we have here on the iPhone 6S Plus, and instead kind of taper off there at a slanted angle. Now, other interpretations of these images suggest that that adds or lends to its authenticity. I'm here to say that it definitely doesn't. Just because it is slanted, it doesn't mean that it is any more likely to be true or authentic than another image that doesn't have those slant marks there, that is still easily fakeable inside of something like Photoshop, especially for someone with experience. Another thing to note too is that the bottom as well as top slants are definitely different. That's definitely interesting, but it doesn't really suggest one way or another whether it's fake or authentic. Just some things to consider, but if this image is anything to go by, it looks like the iPhone 7 will be even more similar to the 6S and 6 design than we even thought previously, especially with that bulging or protruding camera lens. I, for one, was really hoping for a flush camera and possibly even a dual lens camera on the Plus series. Of course, we do not have the smart connector evident or visible here either, which means that rumors suggesting it would incorporate such a feature were likely fake, unless again that is also reserved toward the higher end or the larger iPhone 7 Plus series. But since those rumors were also stating it was a key feature of the smaller iPhone, we probably won't get it at all. Again, it is still way too early to tell, but if this is what we have to go by, I'm not really looking forward to the iPhone 7. Instead, the iPhone 8, which I actually made a video on discussing not too long ago. I'll have it linked in your cards as well as down below in the more info right now, talking about why the iPhone 8 may be the iPhone to get, because it is suggested that it will have an OLED wraparound display with smaller bezels. But that's another interesting thing too. Up until this point, we haven't really seen anything at all, and in fact, we still haven't, related to the front of the next gen iPhone. Who knows, that could be radically different than what we have today in the 6S and 6 design, and we may finally get shrinked bezels. I hope that at the bare minimum, Apple shrinks the bottom and top bezels. Do you? Let me know what you think. If Apple doesn't do something really interesting though, at least with the front of the device, I feel like the iPhone 7 definitely won't be the hit that Apple needs in this dire time for the company. And by dire, I just mean based on the fact that they recently missed their quarterly guidance and their stock price took a big tumble. Of course, that's something they will easily recover from, but Apple really needs a home run hit right now, and I just don't feel like the iPhone 7, based on the latest rumors and leaks, is what Apple hopes it will be for the company. Now, if you want to be updated even more often, such as when I release videos similar to this one, just be sure to click the subscribe button below next to my channel name. You can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And until next time, this is ICU signing out. Join the iCrackUriDevice community on Patreon to help out the channel and to be featured in videos similar to these top contributors. Click the link on your screens now if you're on desktop, or check below.